Hi, welcome to another edition of Hey, by the way. My name is Mick. Today we're going to be talking about some current events, and I see I have my surgical shirt on. We'll do some medical stuff today. Because of this virus, you're cooped up in the house. I lost track how many days. I think it's been 8, 10 days or something. Day one, I did okay. I ate a lot, watched TV, okay. Day two, I was going crazy. But I'm a guy who likes to talk, as you see. I had a stuttering problem my whole childhood and until my adulthood. And so I didn't talk a lot when I was younger. So I seek attention, so I like to talk. So we will get this started, and we're going to talk about C-19 and the effects it has on us as a society. I'm glad we can all do our own part. I can't make ventilators. I can't solve the world's problems. But there's something I can do. 8 days, I remodeled bathrooms, pretty bored at home. So today's a day I've been putting off for quite some time. I have decided, I'm a big baseball fan, okay? So every year, this has to be done in my home. We have to fix merchandise. Used to be stuff I would break, I have to lose in game sevens of the World Series or something. But today, we're gluing together Cleveland Indian bobbleheads. This is Grady Sizemore, okay? I knocked him off his shelf and his arm broke off, okay? Now, I have a few today that I need to fix, okay? We're going to prepare to do this process. It's a little tedious and long. It's going to be boring for a couple of minutes. I will try to talk during the whole time. I don't have a problem with that. But a few things I've learned through this C-19 is people are doing their job, washing their hands more, not touching their face as much, not licking themselves, stuff like that. Staying home, okay? But in case I do get visitors, and you know how hospital supplies are low, I have a shield here. I can just put this in front of myself, and I can protect us from each other. See, I'm protected. Now I'm not so much. Now I am protected. So if you want to order these shields, give me an email, and I'll ship one right to your home, virus free. So right now, let's get started. When we're done, I'm going to have some questions that I have answered that I've been emailed. Again, it's heybydaway@gmail.com. It's hey by D-A. Like I've explained to you before, a lot of times as a kid I heard the word duh. I know it's spelled different, but D-A, duh. It's from my Italian hillbilly background. So to prepare ourselves for what we have planned here, whenever you're going to perform some type of surgical procedure, you should be protected. So I'm going to put some protection on. I know the jokes are probably rolling about right now when I put these finger gloves on. I know what you're thinking. I'm not giving anybody a physical today. These bobbleheads need help, but not that kind of help. So one thing I have to do is, because these bobbleheads, they're all made in China. You see that? Made in China. I wish I had the money. I would start my own bobblehead factory here in Ohio. I don't understand why they're made in China. But to protect myself from China bobbleheads, I have to get prepared. I'm going to take my hat off. Don't make fun of my hair. At least I have more hair than my brother. So this process is a little tedious. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to baseball. So I will get ready here. Just take me a minute. It's almost like when Mr. Rogers came home and changed his shoes and his sweater. Same principle. These are my little ones right here. So got to put the mask on, practicing safe gluing. There you go. Light on, ready to perform. You take the bobblehead. I've already predetermined what angle to glue these things at. So with Grady here, Grady played for the Tribe quite some time. He set some record for consecutive games in a row. That goofball manager, Eric Wedge, he overplayed him way too much, and he got worn down and stuff. My goggles are beginning to fog up, so I'm going to have a hard time here. So I'm going to put the arm back in place. Got to feel the socket there. It takes training. It's a technique that not everybody has. Got to feel the socket, okay? So when you're ready, you can tape them. Oh, there goes his arm. Whoop, that stuck to my glove. See that? That's not good. Let me get another piece of tape. This is surgical masking tape here. We'll put the arm back on. I really can't see it because I'm fogged up here. But we will feel that right about there. See that? It was a running catch that he made in 2007. Now we're going to add a little tape just to keep them aligned, just like that. There you go. That should hold them. Tomorrow, or maybe if I could stall for a couple hours on this video, I will check him out. Let me see if there's a way I can put him in a picture. There he is. Grady Sizemore. I coached baseball for 20 years. And my best shortstop I've ever seen, her name was Emily. She loves this guy. She loves Grady Sizemore. There you go, Grady. Here comes a catch. Diving catch. Maybe I should take these off because I can't breathe. Whew. Okay, next victim, I want to talk to you about CC Sabathia. CC will be Hall of Fame. He'll probably wear a New York Yankee jersey. This is called the Disco CC. He has an afro. That's what I used to have, believe it or not, in high school. See that? It's a nice little afro. So we're going to attempt to glue him on here very hard. This is light. This is heavy. It's going to be hard to get him to stick on there. Again, these are made in China. They're really garbage, but they're free. They're free giveaways. And you know the saying, if it's free, it's for me. If you guys have any bobbleheads at home that you want to dispose of properly, call me. I will come over, gown, mask, whole 9 yards, and I will remove the bobblehead from your home. Free of charge. Now, if he could stand up by himself, it would be awesome. I'm going to really work hard on this one. This one's a tricky one to do. I got somehow get, you know what I could do? I could lay this down first, but it's sticking to my rubber gloves, which you can't see right now. I have to take these off. Maybe I'll find some use later. So I'm going to put him right on top of this tape, like this, holding him down with pressure, wrap it around his arm, around his chest. Mr. Sabathia, I'm going to recommend that you do not throw or do any dancing for the next 24 hours. There you go. He is taped up. He'll be ready to disco Saturday night. I'm going to put him out of the view of the camera because more than likely he's going to fall off. I'm going to take a little break here from the mask. I still have 2 more procedures scheduled yet. So that was very intense work right there. I mean, I know what our medical professionals. I get the runny nose. It's bad. I know exactly how it feels when the doctor did my surgery on my shoulder or back. It was intense, just like that. So anyway, let me get straight water. I drink a lot of water. I get dry a lot. Talk too much. So, anywho, I have Chin Su Chu. No, I did not say Gesundheit Chu. And Cy Young Cliff Lee. One of the best seasons in baseball history. I think it was 2008. So I want to talk to you about some other stuff. I don't want to talk a lot about my family because they're kind of off limits, but I will show you a picture of my pride and joy. You ready for this? There's my pride and joy. Whoops. See, pride and joy. That's for the old timers. The young kids today will not comprehend that. Hey, talking about young kids, you know, this quarantine that we have going in the country. You know, there's baby boomers and millennials. This generation we have now, I call them the bubble wrap generation because you can't offend them. They've been bullied. So, what are we gonna call the generation that's gonna come up next from all the staying in home for a month? Because that's gonna cause some divorce, being home all day with your spouse. That could cause a baby boom in 9 or 10 months. I'm thinking we should come up with a name. Write me or put it somewhere in the comments somewhere what you think the name should be. Now, Ron from Parma wrote he thinks the name should be Quarantinis because they're in quarantine. So Quarantinis, that's the leader right now. So I want to read some viewer mail. Little Timmy from Chisholm, Minnesota writes, Dear, hey, by the way, how do you think baseball will be affected by China 19 virus? We could call it C19 if that's easier. Well, I think it's going to be affected. I hope they cancel the whole season. I know it's hard for me to say that because I'm a nut. One day I'll give you guys a tour of my man cave. Right now, I'm using it as a bunker because, you know, things are getting bad. I hope they don't play sports for a whole year because it serves as a distraction here. We all spend too much time in front of the TV watching sports. I know I listen to the radio a lot, the ball games. Tom Hamilton, he's the best. He's getting a little bit old, you know, there's something going on there, but he's still the best. So I'm hoping sports see that we don't need them as much, and maybe it'll drive down the ticket prices and the salaries. And, you know, these guys here who work for chump change, you know, $10 million a year, maybe it will drive it down some so we can afford to go to more games. I would hope they would, if they start the season this year, I hope they just make it no special rules, just 120 games. We don't need 7-inning doubleheaders. So I hope we learn as a society that we don't need sports. It's a distraction from spending time with our family and friends. I mean, right now, if I was watching a ball game, this guy would be suffering. He lost his hand and his glove. I mean, if right now I was watching the game, Chin Soo Choo would just be, hey, lend me a hand, help me out a little bit. So, yeah, so I think it's a chance it could improve the game by not playing it. We could drive down the prices. It's about time the fans can afford to go to games. That's what I think. So, some people would love to hear more Uber stories. I have a ton of them. I'll do an episode where I give you half dozen Uber stories. I'll do that in my vehicle studio. I have a Dodge Caravan. But, so, anyway, I was trying to keep these down to like 3 to 5 minutes, but from a guy who stutters, that's kind of hard to do. So, I will work on gluing these remaining bobbleheads off camera because of the HIPAA laws. I don't want you to see the name of the person. I make it, you know, the Lee family. Isn't that weird? This guy's Chinese, but yet his name is Lee. How does that make sense? Do you think his name should be Chin Soo Lee? Yeah, maybe his name could be Cliff Smith. No, look at this. What are the odds? Incredible. Anyway, don't forget, life is short. Life is hard. You need to take time to laugh and be stupid. All right? Remember, if you're not laughing with me, you're laughing at me. And that's a good thing. Hey, by the way, I'll see you next time. Ciao.